Hey everyone, welcome back. String Games with Soleil. We are going to be tackling a very difficult one over the next, it's going to be 2 parts. We're going to do the running deer. So the running deer is a very popular one. It's a complicated one for sure. There's a lot of steps to it, but I'm sure with some practice and patience, you'll be able to achieve. Here's the little deer and it runs across. So today, this is going to be part 1. So we are going to be getting to what we call the fox face. Looks something like this, which is partway through. It's a good stopping point to practice and learn how to get there many times. And once you've got that and you've mastered that, you can move on to part 2 of the video, which will then take you to the actual finishing of the running deer or dog. So grab your string. All right, here we go. Part 1 of the running deer or running dog. Again, as we said, it's a complicated advanced trick. So we're going to break it down into 2 parts. And this one will be getting to the fox face, which is part way through. So to start, it's not a standard opening. So you're just going to take your loop, take your string, and you're going to put it on both your thumbs. And you want to keep them fairly close together. So that is about 6 inches apart. And then I'm going to kind of hold on to the string with my 3 fingers, make little pointers, little water guns. Can point away from me, and I'm just going to kind of hold on to that string that's on my palm. And my index fingers are going to come and point towards me. So I'm going to go above the string, point towards me, and then twist around and catch that string like that. And then I can point my thumbs back towards me, so it should look something like that. So we'll do it again here. So you have your loop, so you put it on your thumbs. You can grab onto the string that's hanging below. Index fingers come into the middle, point towards you, and just twist all the way around. And then your thumbs can point back towards you. So you've got something that looks like that. And now your thumbs are going to pick up the straight string that goes across on the opposite hand. It doesn't matter if you start with your left or your right, but it will change other steps. So it might be different. If you do it opposite of me, it might look a little different, but it doesn't matter as long as you're doing it consistently. So I'm going to start with my left. So my left thumb is going to go over and pick up the straight string that goes from the index to the thumb and pull back. And now my right thumb is going to go over and pick up that loop close to the thumb like this. So it's kind of like an opening A where you go across, you pick up, and then you go across, pick up the other one. I can now let go of that string that my other fingers are holding onto and tighten up. And that is the opening position. So the next move, my pinkies are going to come into the loop where my thumbs are. So my pinkies are going to come from behind and into that loop. And the back of the pinky is going to pick up the straight string. So you can see for me, the lower straight one is yellow and green. So my pinkies come into the thumb loop, and then the back of the pinkies pull that one back like so. And you can see the X there. And for me, this string, the kind of purple blue one, is on top. So it's important to look at your X, because if you started with your right hand, it'll be the opposite. And so you want to figure out which string is on top of the X and which one's on the bottom, because the pinkies are going to grab the string that is on top. So for me, my right pinky is going to just hook on to that first string right there because it's on top of the X. And then my left pinky is going to go under that first one and hook on to the bottom one. So as I do that, I'm just going to kind of pinch my pinkies and hook them down, and you'll see that the back string that was on the pinkies will fall off into the middle, and that's fine. That's what we want. And your pinkies, it's kind of an awkward position, but they're just going to stay down there holding that string down. My thumbs, so I'll do one at a time. So we'll start with my right thumb. So you can see the diagonal string that goes kind of from the middle there to my thumb. So my right thumb, I'm gonna hold down, kind of push down on that string, and you'll see that the other, for me, it's the yellow and orange string, when I do that, is gonna fall off of my thumb, and that's fine, and I can just straighten back up. And I'll do the same with my left thumb. So I'm gonna fold down over, so it's the green one for me, the diagonal that goes into that kind of middle cluster. So I'm gonna fold down, push down on that string, and then the pink one is gonna kind of slide off, as you can see, and then I'll just straighten my thumb up. And we've now kind of created a little diamond in there. So my thumbs are now going to go and join the index finger. This is kind of like a Navajo. And then the bottom loop that's on the thumb is gonna come off of my thumb over top of the other string. So I'm actually gonna use my index finger to do this. So I'm gonna reach down and pick up that bottom loop and just help guide it over my thumb like so, and into the middle. So you can see on this hand, I've got the 2 loops on my thumb. So it's the bottom one. Then I'm gonna go over, pick up that bottom loop just to help get it over the thumb, and then I can let go. It's just a little easier to be able to keep it tight and use your other fingers. You could also use your mouth to gently get that loop off, or you could bring your hands together. It's just a little trickier with your pinkies in that position. So now I'm gonna release my index fingers so I can let go of the loops that are on my index finger, and we have the fox face. So there's a little fox face, 2 big ears and a little eye slit in the nose, the mouth. And that is where we're gonna stop for this one, part 1. So I'm gonna do it again. That's the fox face, and I would say really recommend that you keep practicing those few steps to get to the fox face, and once you're comfortable and you can remember how to get there, you can then move on to the next part of the running deer, mostly so that you can remember how to do it and you don't have to watch this video every time you want to do the deer. So we'll run through it again. So on my thumbs, close together, hold on to that string. My index finger is going to come into the middle and point towards me, and then just twist all the way around, and thumbs can come back, pointing towards me. So now my left thumb, for me, I'm gonna start left, is gonna go over and pick up that straight string and pull back. And then my right thumb is gonna go and pick up the loop that's on my thumb, that goes from my thumb to my index, and I can let go and pull tight. There we have our opening. My pinky is gonna come and join the thumb loops, and then the back of the pinky is gonna pick up that straight string and just pull it back. And then I find my X, and I wanna hook on to the top string for my X. So my right pinky, it's the first loop I'm gonna pinch on, and the back string on the pinky can fall off. And on my left, I'm gonna go underneath those ones and pick up this lower one, because that's the same string that my right one has, and I can let the back string fall off. Now thumbs go, so your thumb, you're just gonna push down on the diagonal string so you can fold over it, and as you do that, your bottom one, the other string will pop off of your thumb. Same on this side, I'm just gonna push down on that diagonal, and as I push down, that back one should just fall off gently like so. Thumbs will go in and join the index finger like this. And then I want to take the bottom loop on my thumbs and flip it over. So I'm going to use my index finger to just pick it up and get my thumb underneath it like so. And same on this side. Just going to use my back of my index to lift it over my thumb like so. And it's okay if your index finger accidentally picks that string up as well when you're doing that, because the next step is you drop your index. So if you accidentally picked up an extra string on your index when you're doing that motion, that's fine, because you drop your index and you've got your fox face, and your pinkies are still down in that pinched position like so. So practice that one, everybody, and once you've got the fox face, you can watch part 2 to get the running deer. Thanks, everyone.